bless you, global Christian friend. God bless the American people, the American government. God bless you out there in the military. God bless you richly and greatly because of the great work that you're doing to protect the people of America. God bless you. Luke 2:46. Sitting in the midst of the doctors. Now, what did Isaiah 28:9 say? Let's go find out. Isaiah 28:9. This is what it says in Isaiah chapter 28, verse 9. I want to make sure we get it. Isaiah chapter 28, and I want to make sure I got it right. 28:9 says this: Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. Think about that statement out there across the world. Think about it deeply. Who shall learn doctrine? Those that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. Does that identify Jesus? That it does. He'll prove that. Sitting in the midst of the doctrine. Both hearing them and asking them questions. Now, what does it mean to sit among doctors of the law and hear them and ask them questions? At that particular age, well, it's kind of like him saying, I can of my own self do nothing. As I hear, I judge. And my judgment is just, because I seek not mine own will, but the will of the Father which hath sent me. You notice that? This would come later in his ministry. But sitting in the midst of the doctors, and hearing them and asking them questions. So you can put also Isaiah chapter 11, verse 1 through 4 at that 46th verse likewise. Because there you'll find great knowledge and wisdom there. Verse 47. And all that heard him were astonished, even at this early and young age. They in the temple were astonished. They were astonished at this 12-year-old kid sitting there from Nazareth that had been lost for 3 days, not showing any fear or timidity, sitting there in the midst of the doctors, hearing them discuss the law among themselves and questioning them as to their correction and their truthfulness and their rightful interpretation of the law. He had the knowledge there at the age of 12 because he was taught not by man, but he was taught, as he said, by my Father. And he would later come and say, it has been said, but I say. It has been said, but I say. It is written in your law, but I say. And he began to read further in 47th verse. All that heard him were astonished at his understanding and astonished at his answers. Can you imagine? You know what it means to become a master Pharisee. You know what it means to become a doctor of the law, to become a chief rabbi, to be educated at the school of Hillel, to be educated among the priestly clan there at Jerusalem, to be educated from the lineage. And here we have a 12-year-old from the tribe of Judah sitting here, lost 3 days, not timid in the slightest bit, but found to be where the Father put him to learn. They're called well-educated scholars and men of their day. Let me make it quite clear. You did not go into the temple and sit down to teach unless you were qualified. I know this to be a fact. You did not go into the temple and sit down to teach unless you were qualified. I know, because I've done so. I've seen it. I've been there. I've been offered to have synagogue built so that I may teach the Jewish law. So I know you did not go in to teach Jewish law unless you were qualified. And here come a young kid, bar mitzvah age. Bar mitzvah means son of the law. All right? Son of the law. And here he is, astounding them with his understanding and answers. And verse 48. When they saw him, they were amazed. Now, I'll ask you mothers out there. Suppose you wake up in the morning, your child's not there. You scour the neighborhood looking for your child. And if you live in the area of the Connecticut, someone will tell you, oh, he's over there in Harvard, teaching the professors. If you live in the area of Princeton, New Jersey, oh, he's over there where Einstein visited, teaching the people. What would you say if you're in England, or anywhere for that matter, where those are high places of learning, and you find your child there sitting among scholars, and they are being amazed at your answers? Don't get the wrong impression, children. The same can happen about today, about those who are steeped in rocketry, or steeped in robotics, all right, or steeped in space engineering, all right. God, in no respect of person, nor does he cater to any time zone or period, all right. And what did he decide to do? You heard what Gabriel said to Mary. With God, what? Nothing shall be impossible. All right? Verse 48. And they saw him, they were amazed. And his mother said to him, Son, why hast thou dealt this way with us? Behold, thy father and I have sought thee sorrowing. And I never thought I'd get to this verse here, but I'm just as happy as I can be to get to this answer that is about to come forth from the mouth of this 12-year-old Jesus in the synagogue there. And I'm going to hold that one to the next time. You better rush, do what you need to do, and get right back and sit down with your Bible. God bless you, America.